Plenty of season left to go. 3 months of football ahead as we are underway here in Week 4. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Tonight. Rita.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Stops by Chop Robinson. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Mike 54. Yeah, Mike 54.
Motion man is the tight end here, going left. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. He has the first over the middle. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Mike 54.
Running back sent in motion. Throwing now on 1st down, Levis. That one's on the mark, Jacoby Myers. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Mike 46.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Mike 0.
Running back sent in motion left. 3rd and short yardage, Levis. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Play made by Deron Payne.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Mike 13. Mike 13.
On the play fake, it's Levis. That's intercepted near the sideline. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The rookie from Notre Dame able to take him down.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Searches from the pocket. Now he's forced out. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
You know, it looked like things fell apart a little bit as he left the pocket, just not on the same page with his targets as they adjusted their routes. And that's really what led to the incompletion.
McCarthy throwing on third down. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Titans will get set to take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Like 13, like 13.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So that brings up 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Complete. It's Myers. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point of the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Brought in inside the 20. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Washington now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, McCarthy. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
McCarthy operating from the pistol. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Here's A-Chain running right. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
That's simply a foot race to the outside that he's used to winning. Seen him get beat there, forced to take it out of bounds near the line? Well, that's just a tremendous effort and tremendous speed by that defense.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they're going to take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go counter. It's Jacobs. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a great pickup. 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
49! 49!
They just get the play off. Dialing up a receiver screen. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter, and it's Titans football. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. Catch made over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They strike for 23 yards. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
Like 49!
Handoff running left, Jacobs. He'll work it a couple yards past the line. Stopped by Chop Robinson. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he makes the catch on the right sideline, but no. Oh, they call it out of bounds. The throw led him just a little bit too much.
Yeah, I understand why this crowd and these fans were celebrating a touchdown, but not so fast. Catch, yeah, that looked good, but you got to get both feet down too.
Throwing his Levis on 3rd down. And he'll score. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans take a 13-0 lead. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans double their lead to 14. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll start the drive with Achane. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short on the 35.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He's going deep. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. Austin McNamara on now to punt. Kadarius Toney deep to return. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be their football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
49, Mike 49. Set hut.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now.
Mike 5-4. Odd.
Going run again with Jacobs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down. Looking for the back that time. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Dolphins football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A-Chain running to the right. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. He puts some air under this one, deep right. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. And the Titans have it as he records the first interception of his young career.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Well, it would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Mike 24. Set hut.
Shotgun now for Levis. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Mike 5-4.
From the gun, Levis. Pass is caught at the 9. To the house for a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Titans stretch their lead to 21. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. 18 rapid. Go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Complete to DK Metcalf.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Nashville. The Dolphins pushing for a score before the break. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's incomplete left side.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Still inches to go on 3rd down. He's going to keep this one. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the first down.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. McCarthy throwing here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge. But offensively, you're in a hole like this, the worst thing you could do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First and 10. Here's McCarthy. And he can't make the hook up on the deep ball. That's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it's gonna be 2nd down.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with him in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
2nd down carry for Achan. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down by Rasul Douglas. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some...
This one will be intercepted. Caleb Farley has it. Along the right sideline, there's space. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Titans continue piling onto this lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down.
Here we go, hey. 13 there. So what's up?
Now Smith coming off that pick. That's caught. Devon Achane. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Trying to find Jalen Waddle. And it's third down.
So what's up?
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they were all over that reverse. He's tracked down behind the line. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Power squib kick is taken in. He's stopped on the return at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
They're out and set. First and 10.
Right. There goes it.
Running with Achane out of the gun. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
So what's up? So what's up?
Out of the gun. Here's Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Middle.
Smith on third and long. He has the first over the middle. Into the red zone. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Setting up to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a first and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Like 54.
Jacobs gets in on the draw. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Here we go.
They stick with Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Like 54.
Levis from the shotgun. This finds Everett complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
This is Jacobs running left. Juke the defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for him.
And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. They don't pick up anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Jacobs, and he's in for the touchdown. The Titans push their lead further to start the half. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Sanders connects on the point after. And the Titans grow their lead yet again. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Hey, we go, Simone.
They kick the running back in motion. 1st down, Smith to throw. Has a man, it's Achane. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Shotgun snap to Smith. Buys time, rolling right. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Offense in the hurry up here. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. On play action now, McCarthy. Escapes out to the left. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Running back sent in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Flush down out to his left. Oh, he's going for it again. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slipping quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. Give aids them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. He tries to sneak it. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They mark him short there, and the run gains nothing. It's 4th down.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a 1st down. Come on, boys.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. They read that screen perfectly. Interception. Rasul Douglas picks it off. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Well, they had to try something there on 4th down, but that throw played right into what the defense was anticipating, Brock, and they make it hurt that much worse by taking the turnover back for 6.
Hey, I'm all for these great group celebrations, and, you know, I'm not Captain No Fun, but one of these times I'd like to see that player run that football over to the D coordinator who predicted that play was coming and really made the right call to create that opportunity.
And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying again after the pick. McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, here's what I know, Kate, and sadly for personal experience, after this one's over, QB, he's going to be the first one in the cold tub because he has been feeling the heat and paying the price all game long. At some point, you've got to find a way to protect the passer, or he's not going to endure this season.
Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely 3rd down pickup.
On 3rd and long, it's McCarthy. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3. They'll bring out the punter here. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. The return begins on their side of midfield. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Titans will enjoy some great field position on the short side of the field. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Mike 13, Mike 13.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Mike 13, Mike 13.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 45 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be their football coming up. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Achane reels it in. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 2nd and 4. He's on the move. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. He's got it deep downfield. And they bring him down around the 34. That one hits for 30. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Chased out to his right. And he gets this forward to the 19. Working quickly here. 1st down from the red zone. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Kicking team out to try the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Dolphins cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points.
14.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Tony now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Or 54, Mike 54.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. We pause now for an injured player, and that looks like Josh Jacobs, who's hurt after that play and in need of a look from the training staff. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Shotgun now for Levis. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Here comes the Titans punting unit. And this will come from just inside his end zone. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he's brought down before the return gets far. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. And after all that, he still can't get rid of it. They get there and drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs. But not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
After the sack, another pass on second down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. He puts some air under it. Deep down the middle it goes. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down. Trying to find Jalen Waddle. And that brings up fourth and long.
I'll tell you this, Kate. They doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Hunter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Titans will get set to take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running right, here's Jacobs. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Titans nearing their first win of the season. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Hold on, like 90.
They run it with Jacobs. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Gotta figure out this third down here.
Like 49.
From the gun, Levis. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. So out now comes the punter. Ryan Stonehouse will kick it away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they're going to take over possession. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy trying to push it deep downfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Let's go now. Ready?
McCarthy trying again on 2nd down. He's got it at the 30. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. A big 34-yard pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. Back to the air, McCarthy. Pass it down close. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. Still one more in their pocket to use. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Gotta hurry this to the line. Now McCarthy. On the move, headed right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins putting up points in a game decided. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Looking to tack on the point after. Rush coming off the edge, and they block it! And the Titans have it! Ooh, and I think he envisioned this one going all the way back for 2, but they're able to track him down and limit the damage to just that blocked kick. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Titans are able to cover up the kick. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it. Even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Hey, come on, come on.
Complete. It's Myers. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out.
Like 13.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he's brought down for a loss. So here in Nashville, the Titans come away with the win. Well, tip of the cap, Brock. You could not question that they brought some fight to the field, try to throw their best punches. But we both know an opponent playing well, a road game, a hostile crowd getting after them, just too much to overcome.
If you can't get the win on the road,